С вами Ольга Джерал и Amazing Russian. Здравствуйте! Previously, in the introduction video about the accusative case, we discussed the concepts of direct objects and transitive verbs. I also introduced the accusative case endings of animate nouns and their modifiers. Besides, there are two videos with guided practice where you can use direct objects in the accusative case with transitive verbs. In this video, we'll discuss animacy, animate and inanimate nouns, review the concepts of transitive verbs and direct objects, the accusative endings of inanimate nouns and modifiers, and learn the accusative endings of animate nouns and modifiers. At the end, there will be a guided practice exercise. First, let's talk about animate and inanimate nouns. Russian nouns are either animate or inanimate. Inanimate nouns refer to living things, for example, things, places, or ideas. They answer the question «что?». For example, фильм, книга, подарок, парк, город, ресторан, энергия, идея, хобби. Animate nouns refer to living beings, for example, people or animals, and answer the question «кто?». For example, Анна, студент, сестра, кошка, собака, пингвин. Animacy is important because Russian grammar treats animate and inanimate nouns differently. It affects how nouns decline, especially in the accusative case, which is used for direct objects. Knowing whether a noun is animate or inanimate helps you choose the correct form and build accuracy in Russian. Now, let's review some important terms using this graph. Я читаю книгу. In this sentence, you can see the subject in the nominative case кто, я, the predicate, the verb, which is a transitive verb, читаю, and the direct object in the accusative case, что, книгу. Like in English, many transitive verbs in Russian take direct objects. For example, читать, писать, знать, понимать, изучать, слушать, смотреть, любить, хотеть. Let's take a look at some examples. Я читаю интересную книгу. Я люблю мою семью. Я хочу красивую мебель. Вы знаете этот город? Они изучают русский язык. Мы смотрим русские сериалы. The direct objects in the examples use inanimate nouns and they are in the accusative inanimate case. Let's review the accusative case forms of inanimate nouns and modifiers. Only feminine nouns that end in a or ya and their modifiers change in the accusative case. Интересную книгу, мою семью. Feminine nouns ending in мягкий знак, for example, мебель, do not change, but their modifiers do. Красивую мебель. Masculine, neuter, and plural inanimate nouns are like their nominative case forms. Русский язык, этот город, русские сериалы. Now, let's see how direct objects change when we use animate nouns. Вы знаете этого музыканта? Я слушаю преподавателя. Я понимаю эту студентку. Вы читали Достоевского? Мы любим наших родителей. The direct objects in the examples use animate nouns, and they are in the accusative animate case. When you use animate nouns in the accusative case, you should remember the following rules. Feminine inanimate and animate nouns and their modifiers are the same. Интересную книгу, мою семью, красивую мебель, эту студентку, мою бабушку, маленькую дочь. Masculine and plural animate nouns are like their genitive case forms. Этого музыканта, моего преподавателя, Достоевского, like genitive masculine singular. Наших родителей, новых студентов, like genitive plural. Since you have already learned the genitive case endings, these forms should not be new to you. However, if you need a review on the endings, please watch the videos on the genitive case. Please note that masculine nouns ending in "a", for example, папа, дедушка, дядя, Саша, decline like feminine nouns. Папу, дедушку, дядю, Сашу. However, their modifiers decline like masculine. Я люблю моего доброго папу, нашего веселого дедушку, моего маленького сына Сашу. In one of my sentences, I mentioned the famous Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky. Вы читали Достоевского? In both English and Russian, when talking about literary works, musical compositions, or other creative works, we often refer to the creator, for example, Dostoevsky, instead of mentioning the specific work. The creator's name, Dostoevsky, becomes the direct object and is used in the accusative case. Достоевского. Я читаю Чехова и слушаю Чайковского. The creators here are Chekhov and Tchaikovsky, used in the accusative case. Чехова, Чайковского. А теперь давайте вместе. Я люблю мою семью. Кого я люблю? Let's use the following words to complete the response to the question. Моя младшая сестра. Мою младшую сестру. Мой старший брат. Моего старшего брата. Мои бабушка и дедушка. Моих бабушку и дедушку. Моя мама и мой папа. Мою маму и моего папу. Мои родители. Моих родителей. Наш кот Том. Нашего кота Тома. Наши собаки. Наших собак. На сегодня это все. Спасибо, что смотрели это видео.